What's going on? It's Coach Woodward here, and today I'm going to show you how I made the trolling motor mount for my Ascend 12H. You know, when I started Googling how to, motorize your kayak, I saw a lot of mounts. In fact, there were some universal mounts that cost about $189, and I just wasn't paying that. And so I looked on YouTube for a while and figured out the best way to mount this trolling motor I got onto my kayak. And total cost me, a little over $20. But I'm going to show you today how I did it and give you a little bit of video on us cruising down the river in the new motorized kayak. Stay tuned. All right, here she is. Let's talk about supplies first. First, I got a 4-foot piece of aluminum, which was the most expensive thing. And of course, you don't need all 4 feet unless you just want to have another arm off the edge for a transducer or something like that. I've seen that in many videos. But I got a 4-foot piece of aluminum. It was about $20 at Home Depot. And I bought some end caps, and I sawed it off to get it even with my kayak here. Then I bought some end caps on Amazon to make it look nice. Put end caps on both ends. So you do need a piece of aluminum. I of course, looked and a piece of plywood, as Ford to tell you. But I looked forever on YouTube just to figure out what I wanted to use, and came across a really cool video to this guy that used aluminum on a Lifetime, and he did it. I did it pretty much the exact same way as him. But I think I'm going to clean it up a little bit differently. And, I put these end caps on it to make it look a little better. I'm going to end up painting this. But I don't even have them screwed in there tight all the way right now because I like the way I do this because I can actually take it off. I can take this whole thing off pretty simply if I just don't want to have the trolling motor mount on there. So it doesn't have to be on there forever. You can take it to places where you really got a long way to go before you fish, and maybe you want to crank up the trolling motor and get there. But this is the mount, and I'm going to show you how to build it today. So like I said, 4-foot piece of aluminum from Home Depot, a couple of wing nuts. These are 3-inch long bolts with some washers that I have underneath that I'll show you later. And 3-inch long bolts and a 1/4 inch thickness. Another 3-inch long bolt over here, 1/4 inch thickness, same thing, and a wing nut. And the washers for 1/4 inch are underneath here. You also need a piece of plywood. I just got pre-cut pieces of plywood over at Home Depot for about $2 or $3. I didn't get a huge piece, a 2x4, just some pre-cut ones. These bolts that are going through the mount, going all the way down to the bottom, are 6-inch bolts. You may not need 6-inch, but I got 6-inch, and they're 1/4 inch in thickness. And of course, some washers down here at the bottom. I didn't put washers on the top because I felt like it could go down in the wood and make it a little more firm. And I have some wing nuts here on the bottom as well. And I don't even have it tightened down right now, but it is extremely sturdy, and it's not going anywhere. And I've taken it out on several trips in the river already, and it's done great. Woohoo! Got it on level 5 right now. We're rolling right now. Maiden voyage in the Ascend. Say hey, sissy. Okay, here's the mount from the front. And just so you know, this is 1-inch aluminum tubing and 1/16 inch thickness. Here's an idea of the underside with the washers and the wing nuts. And here's my piece of 2x4. But what I did basically is, I had to saw off a piece of this aluminum to make it, just not hanging off the side as much. But I put my piece of aluminum up here first, all right, and kind of lined it up, made it level, and made marks where I was going to drill the holes. Then I took it over and drilled those holes. And then once I drilled them, I came back over to my kayak and I took a marker and made them level and everything. And I just put a marker through the little hole and was able to make marks to where I could drill, take my drill and drill holes into the kayak. And I'm not worried about it. In my kayak, you may want to do it in different spots, but in my kayak, you can get the underside. It's that hybrid, So on the hybrid, you can actually see it's almost like a canoe. So you can see the underside of your kayak. It's a very dry kayak. You're not going to be able to, it's not going to affect you drilling these holes into your kayak. And once I got the mount made itself, then I also took the piece of plywood and I connected it to my transom mount on the C2 Minn Kota, which I have over here. And I just connected the wood to make sure I had enough plywood to do it. And then I put it up on the aluminum, made the holes square, drilled holes in it. And my drill was very bad drill, so it took a while, but I drilled holes in it. It wasn't perfectly straight. But next time I do it, I'll probably make it even straighter. But it is beyond sturdy, and I'll put so you can see, I'll put the motor on it in just a second, so you can get an idea of what it looks like. But it was very simple to make and very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. So I'm gonna put the motor on there just so you can get an idea. All right, here we go. We've got the motor hooked on there, and of course it's right by the side. Here's my seat. I'll show a little video in just a minute of us riding down the road, but I got it trimmed all the way up right now. But this also has an extendable handle if I wanted to do that. But I just, once I get in shallow water, I just loosen this little knob, pull the motor up, pull it down, whatever I want to do. And it's pretty good. I probably could have used a smaller block. As you can see, I don't need all this, but I thought maybe if I made it a little bit wider, maybe it would make it a little bit more stable. This is, kind of an exact mount of the one that's $189 that's universal, but the one that's universal, of course, it mounts into some tracks and stuff. This one just screws right down into the kayak. And but it's worked well. I'm going to show you a video in just a second of how, we just cruise down the river on the Ohoopee, or, we've been in a regular pond with it. But if you want to motorize your kayak for probably way less than $30, probably around 25 bucks, this is the way to go. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button if this was beneficial to you in motorizing and your kayak and building a trolling motor mount for the kayak. Woohoo! Got it on level 5 right now. We're rolling right now. Maiden voyage in the Ascend. Say hey, sissy. What about you, Ford?
Hey, this is fun.
We're 3 deep. Got the Minn Kota blasting. Heading over to a shaded area to catch some fish. But it's doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. It's working. That's for sure.